Hello, hello, welcome to today's messages of love. I hope you are soaking up all those gorgeous sun rays because, oh, they feel so good as long as you're out of the wind because it can get really cold. The temperature has just dropped significantly. Okay, we are gonna ask the Arcturians for something. What does this one have to say for us? What are the messages for us today? What's this guy? This is frequency. The energy of frequency helps you remain in your own energy. Quite often, we adapt ourselves to others, thus raising or lowering ourselves to a frequency that isn't ours. Yes, this is the time to affect the frequency in the room, not be affected by the frequency in the room. Right? Be the influencer, the affector, not the affectee. Because that's where your power is, right? In your ability to resonate mindfully, right? Then you're not manipulatable. Manipulatable, yeah, that word. Okay, we got the window, okay, and it's exactly this beautiful rainbow. Joy is what it means. Joy is what it means. Okay. Where is the joy? It's all over the floor and the walls. Because joy is rainbows. Okay, there it is. I seen it. The hummingbird is joyful as he dances in between the flowers. His happy energy and satisfaction and harmony with life brings his wishes into being. He dances his dance, surrounded by the jewel-like flashes of his friends and family. Bunjo, with its ecstatic energy, is a most welcome rune in a reading. It has a certain bittersweetness as the final rune of the first et, bringing the whisper of change or a shift, like the first rays of a sunset after a perfect day. When this delightful rune pops up, you can expect joy, fellowship, harmony, a symbol of well-being. It brings love, prosperity, and fulfillment. Okay? Joy, pleasure, belongings, kindreds, and prosperity. Gorgeous. Okay, this is the frequency that we are in, we are tuning to, we want to tune to. Yes, all of those things. That's the frequency. The frequency of joy. Gorgeous. I love me some joy frequency because it tickles and feels so good. And it satisfies my inner child. And it's really important that we take the time to do things to honor, love, and support our inner child. It's in there. It's in there. And the more you integrate your parts, the more happy these pieces are within you, the more happy the whole, right? The whole of you. All of your pieces are happy, and so will you be. Okay. Okay, let's get some cards out here and see. What's all this joy? Where's all this joy? How's all this joy? Who's all this joy? When's all this joy? Why is all this joy? Oh, because you have had to deal with shadows for long enough and you are well overdue for the joy. Okay, that's why. Your shadow integration game has elevated you to joy status. And that deserves rewards in the spiritual realm because it's no easy task. Okay. And this is the old thing that you are moving away from, the shadow aspects of self, the shadowy versions, the doubts, the fears, the disbeliefs, the old ways of being, the old world of shadow, right? You are moving into a world of joy by raising your frequency, by being mindful of the frequencies that you emit and that you entertain, okay? Because you're a star. Yes, and stars shine brightly, okay? Stars blast away the shadows. Stars have gone through the process or are in the process of seeking and destroying all things that darken and dull their shine, okay? They are joy seekers. They are, through their beingness of divine sunshine, They are joy. They embody joy. They create the frequency of joy. And no doubts, no fears, no adversaries, no shadows are. No shadows are. Okay. We've got the passionate, energetic movement that what you vocalize has. Okay. This is a time because when your frequency is on point, you will be receiving the things that you speak faster. Okay, it's fast moving energy of the Knight of Wands. Okay, very passionate. Look at that horsepower, ready for action. Wand in the air. Okay, major fiery action. Okay, so this is also intending what you are speaking into being, what you are intending, right? You're wishing well. So, okay, what? Okay, so this has got to do with your heart space and wounds from the past. This is your garden that you tend to, your self-care garden, okay? Your sanctuary space that you create for yourself, that you can go to, that you can plug in, that you can nurture, you can heal, you can do all of the types of hands in the dirt, earth-bound work, healing things that you need to do, okay? And that's your safe space to do that. There is where you heal your heart, or you deal with your wounds, or you look at the weeds that you have and the mulching or composting. Okay, these ones. Okay, we have more fast-moving energy in the same line. Okay, we got the Chariot bringing in new timelines. Okay, this is beautiful because we've got this movement of the old timeline. Okay, the timeline of shadow, of fear, of doubt, of all of the things that want to come up against you, right, as an adversary or a block or a pressure or a contrast, right? That's the old. Now it is about this new, and this is the frequency of this new joy frequency, right? And then we've got this Chariot right in behind. This is what is shifting us away into the new, out of and into the new. Yes, out of the old into the new. There you go. These are your signs and synchronicities that you are able to hear because in your shiningness, there is also a level of quiet calm so that you can, like a stilling of the noise, so that you can hear the soft whispers of spirit, of your intuition, of your inner knowing. Okay. And in those spaces are also the eyes and senses to see and recognize all of the little subtle things that are leading you towards your joy world. Okay. We've got the strength of a lion. Okay, strength and courage. Yes, it took all those things to work on your shine, right? To face your shadows. That's how you have to work on your shine. You find something dank and dark in the corner of your, star nest. You got to go in there. You got to physically interact with it. You got to feel it to heal it. You got to, chip it and pluck it, wash it, do what you got to do in order to get it out, right? And that takes courage and it takes strength. And this is why you are lining up with the frequency of joy because there's no more space. There's only space for liquid sunshine. Okay. This Queen of Pentacles, too, is someone who is in their opulence, I want to say. They are in their luxury time, their being time. Okay. They're surrounded. Look at the size of this moon in the background. This is the connection with the intuition. Okay. We've got harvest all around her and her throne here, the Queen of Earth Pentacles, right? We've got roses, beautiful, but also sacred and protected because they do come with their own form of protection, right? You can admire me. If you're careful, you can even smell me, but you will get poked if you are too rough with me, right? And then you've got the wheat in the background too, which is also a sign of abundance, right? With wheat, you can make bread, and that's delicious. Okay. So this period of beingness. Okay, what do we got? We've got the Queen of Cups. This is a heart space that is open and going with the flow. Okay, this is another facet. This is the emotion, and this is the heart, and this is the ground, the physical. And you've got your justice here. Okay, this is why your signs and synchronicities, getting back what you deserve, tippings of the scales in your favor, right? Like if this scale was unjustly not in your favor, your spirit team, ancestors, archangels, and ascended masters are all dropping a little beautiful blessings into your side of the scale so that it's working for you and not against you. Okay, this is divine judgment. Wow. Divine judgment. This is your reward from your entire ancestral line for doing this activating of your star power. Yes. Okay. Sorry, I just went in many different directions and then everything just dissolved into nothingness. Okay, we've got the Knight of Swords. Okay, divine protection. This is a divinely protected frequency realm timeline that you are lining up to that is meant to be gorgeous. Wowza. Okay, what else we got here? In this gorgeous reading, we've got the Knight of Pentacles, okay? This is your patience for the things that are growing. You cannot rush the things. Ooh, death remained on the board here, okay? So this is your reward for transforming, okay? Transforming your heart and releasing grudges and past things that you no longer have any control over that are in the past. You don't need them where you're going. You've transformed from the person who was hurt in the past into someone who is now a star, shining brighter than you've ever shone before. And your frequency is joy, okay? This transformation is strengthening your shine. You can't shine without this transformation. You can't shine without the work, the dedication, the heartache, right? Your shine is proportionate to the amount of shadow that you endured, that you had to overcome and heal from. Okay, this is the justice tilting back in your favor. This is also the balance. There's a certain level of work, action that you have to take for yourself, with yourself, to transform. Okay, and look at this. Patience has this King of Pentacles in behind here. So I want to say that either this king here is, I feel like this is this here. This king is part of your new timeline. Person, place, or thing, right? This is an opportunity, something beautiful, something balanced, something stable, something sturdy, something reliable, grounded. Okay, we've also got the open heart. So this is something to do with the heart. Either it's like something that you love, someone you're going to love, some place you're going to love, right? And it's protected. It's beautiful. And your patience here. Okay, while you are patiently waiting for this, you are being in your gloriousness. You are healing and growing and nurturing and tending and moving passionately upon the things that you intend. Okay, and putting to death and transforming all of the others. Like, what was that saying? I think it was like holding a grudge is like drinking a poison and hoping the other person suffers from it, or I don't know, something like that. It serves you nothing to hold on to the wounds of the past. Okay, except to go back there and reclaim the parts of you that shattered or broke. That's the only reason the past serves. And also, insight, highlight, wisdom, accessing things like that. Okay, so this is your justice. This is the strengthening that your transformation is doing. It's bringing you to this balanced, stable world. This is the King and Queen of Pentacles right there, right? This is the stable foundation of joy. This is the joy world. Okay, this is your justice. This is what your signs and synchronicities are leading you towards. This is what is judged as your transformation deemed worthy to receive. Okay, whether it is love with another, this is beyond just one aspect. This is like a healed nervous system and heart, beautiful open relationships, love-based relationships, reciprocating relationships of all kinds, business, stability, foundational, all the stuff, but joyfully and gloriously and gorgeously. Yes, okay, that's the world that you are intending. That's the world you're creating. This is the world that you are speaking into being, okay? And moving passionately upon any little crumb that is leading you towards it. Okay, This is also like, this is my drafting board of the world you want to live in card. Okay. What you intend, the action that you take that's passionate, the strength for the energy to make these worlds. You are gaining from everything you transform and release, and balancing with your being and your patience. Okay. These are all like when you're planting seeds, you don't have a forest the next day, right? You need to give it the time. And while the things are growing, you focus on transforming and being. Okay. And we've got the King of Swords came out over here and threw himself upon the wounded heart. Okay. So this is telling me that the transformation process was a difficult one, as they usually are. This is why people aren't just jumping on the transformation train. Okay. Because it's a bumpy ride and sometimes you're dragged behind the train. Okay. But this king is a transformed king in touch with their higher self and their intuition, right? The crown is so big, it is covering their eyes. So this is that higher dimension, the crown chakra type energy receptors that are open, and all the butterflies of transformation. And then we've got the sword of truth, okay? And the blue, so throat chakra. So this is linked to communication. So communicating from the heart to heal your heart. Beautiful, okay? You've got some things in there, some wounds in there that came because you were silenced, you were put down, you were gaslit, you were all the things that disrupted you being able to speak your truth in a safe environment. And this is the kind of transformation and where you need to pour love into your past. Okay. Though all those people who played a role in that, let them go. Release them. There's nothing that you can do, add, make better. Sorry, neighbor walking by. Okay. Yes, you carrying around any grudges towards any instances that happened in your past that hurt, that wounded in the past from certain individuals. All that's doing is adding weight to your kite. Okay. So release, 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 let them go. You don't have to forgive them in the sense of letting them back into your life or allowing them any rights to anything, right? Like it's more about you releasing them to release yourself from any weight. They don't deserve to be a reason why you cannot achieve your joy frequency. Okay. Especially because they hurt things in the past, right? So they don't get a seat at your table in the present, and you are the one who either sets it or doesn't. So don't, right? Let them go. Wish them well. Okay. Wish them everything they deserve. Okay. And this is a beautiful way to maintain your joy frequency and not affect your own karma by, wishing somebody ill or anything, but still, being supportive of people getting what they deserve, right? Okay. Okay, this is your emotional regularity. Okay, this is why you don't wish the people who have hurt you in the past, the worst possible things that you can think of, because your thinking of them is utilizing energy that should be used towards your shine and your lining up with your joy frequency. That's it. Okay, very important part of maintaining and achieving this frequency is to constantly re-steer yourself towards love at every point along the way. Okay, and then we got the Queen of Swords. She came out as well with this emotional regularity, and she is the one who is cutting away all of the extra weight, right? When you think back about a situation and your focus goes to the other person, that's what you need to let go. Okay, find the you in that scenario and give you, that version of you, the love and attention and the energy. Okay, because this is what is going to add and contribute to your frequency, to your energy. And that's how you want to spend your energy currency, is back into yourself. Self-invest. Okay, that's your liquid sunshine. Okay, and then we've got two counterparts on the board. So this is also about balance in your communication and in your earth, in your mind and in your body. and of course your heart. And it could be that, well, this King of Pentacles, who's hanging out, figuring out what to release. So this Seven of Swords is kind of like a transformation that was forced based on the level of trauma you had to endure, right? So this is why it's important to go back and recollect those shattered pieces of yourself that were left behind in those moments, because we also created defense mechanisms to keep ourselves safe back then, that part of self. And when you go back and you pour love and into and recollect those parts of you, you are also reassessing the defense mechanism that was created at that time, because a lot of the times we no longer need those defense mechanisms anymore, right? Because we've already made sure to never allow those kinds of things to ever happen to us, right? Our adult version of self has created some very strict boundaries. It could even look like sticking our inner child in a tower, right? And as much as that is a way to keep your inner child safe, they're not living their best life. Okay, so go back to those parts. Find all the inner versions of yourself that you stuck in a tower, and let them free. Okay, they want to run. They want to ground. And this is part of this King and Queen of Swords. This reclaiming of your truth through the past, through experience, through the hurts. Okay, and this balance is beautiful. You might want to write some things down too if you're not communicating. If you're going to communicate to anyone other than yourself, make sure you're using it as a tool to reflect upon the things that you learned because of it, right? Learning resilience, learning how to say no, learning about boundaries, all of the things. Okay. And that's that when you're hanging out, looking at things from a different perspective, being where you're at, even though it's not the most convenient, right? Going back to those times isn't the most convenient thing, just like being hung upside down in a tree, right? But while you're there, look around and you might learn a thing, you might recollect a thing, you might heal a thing. Okay. So I'm also going to attach this. I think this is a perfect kind of thing that you do in your safe, sacred space that you create for yourself, right? This is like your meditation zone, your safe space where you can go deep and return uninterrupted. Okay. Okay, let's go through one more time. See if there's anything else that wants to come out. Oh, trust the things that are happening behind the scenes. And I was going to say seeds, okay? Because the things you let go of are things you are throwing into your compost that is turning into a rich nutrient soil that is fertilizing the seeds that you sow, okay? That you plant. Beautiful. And guess what? They're joy seeds. Gonna be popping out joy blooms. Joy blooms. Okay. Let's see what we got. All of the charms. Okay, let's try it. And that's not enough. Okay, there is abundance. This is the kind of star that keeps on growing and producing. Okay, this is an earth star, and the Earth King holds it. Okay, it's full of potential because each of the earth stars has an earth seed that will grow many, many, many more earth stars. And this is the plethora. This is the abundance. This is the gift that keeps on giving. And then we've got the protection. Okay, yes, it is a peace sign, but the charm is hanging at the top, so it's inverted. But you know what? It's not inverted. The peace sign is inverted because the rune stone for protection, which is a lot older than the peace sign, is somewhere in here. Yeah, there it is. Right? Yes, it just has a circle around it, and circles amplify, just like the pentagram, right? Put a circle around it, it's like a circle of protection. It's like a tensor ring, creates a beautiful concentricism. It's concentricisms. I'm just making up the words now, or I guess I always do. Okay, let's get a crystal card. That was fast. Number 21. And there's my books. Okay. 21, infinite potential. Do you see? I opened right up on it. New beginnings, creations, and possibilities. Okay, yes. Beautiful. This is that bloom, star bloom. Okay. This card represents the fertile ground of infinite potential. Okay. Sorry. You have moved through a healing journey and are ready to embark on a new life creation. It is a time to plant the seeds of your heart's desire and form the blueprint of your next life creation. Enjoy the discovery and adventure of conceiving your next positive life experience. What will you do? How many ways can you love? The diversity of life's beautiful, radiant experience is waiting to be tasted. It's time to reflect on aspirations and desires. Allow your ideas to grow and manifest into form as you experience the loving vibrations of your soul's expression. Wowza! Beautiful confirmations from the crystals. Yes. Okay, let's get a mushroom card. Come out and give us something. Almost mushroom season. I'm excited about it because I like to just take pictures of mushrooms in the forest all day. Yes, I can do that all day. Oh, okay. Too many, and we're moving on. Oh. So yes, I have not had a mushroom in months, actually. Okay, Golden Teacher, the Magic Mushroom introspection. Okay, yes, there was talk about that kind of stuff. So number 15. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. This is a time to expand your awareness by going within. For the teacher might actually be you. When you turn your attention inwards through meditation and stillness, you are able to connect to realms beyond your imagination. In shamanism, practitioners can access the three worlds, upper, middle, and lower, by journeying, which is like a form of meditation. Within each plane of existence, you can communicate with practically anything and anyone without the limits of time and distance. This is why you contain the whole universe inside of you and why you are your own best teacher. The Golden Teacher mushroom is said to have a mild potency and is therefore good for beginners. This may be an indication you are at the beginning of your studies or to take your time slowly with something. Mild is the key word here. There is no need to do anything in excess. You can gain the answers you seek through some of the smallest acts. The golden teachers may be used for enlightenment, but they can also teach you to obtain the same level of consciousness without them. They are here to show you what you are capable of and how to break through the limits you place on yourself that keep you stuck in your physical reality. It's time to see beyond linear time and space and release the potential you have within. Beyond time and space. Wow. Okay. Mushroom wisdom guidance. That was crazy. Okay. Some spirit animal cards. We'll call it a day. What? Okay, slippery little fish. We've got the cosmic egg and the sea serpent, both messages directly from spirit and this slippery little fish, okay? Let's see. Slippery fish, always on the move, swim, 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 restless change of focus, lost in the current. The fish loves to be subsumed in life's current. Nothing pleases it more than movement, movement, and more movement. The roaming lifestyle of the fish may be exhilarating for a while, but usually leads to weariness and slippery relationships. With all the possibilities out there in the vast waters, the fish becomes lost without clear goals and intentions. Spend some time with the lunar forces, dear fish, as the peace and calm of the moon will soothe your soul, okay? I love this here with the intention card. Intending the kind of world that you want to live in. Be intentional with what it is. Clear goals and intentions, okay? To bring into balance, set a small goal and accomplish it, and create a momentum. Momentum. Where did the word go? Okay, and then we've got Cosmic Egg, Sea Serpent. Healing emotional wounds and expressing desires, okay? That is the King and Queen of Swords over here in your wounds area. The sea serpent represents the energy of expression, whether it's emotions, creativity, sensuality, or desire. The sea serpent helps us move and direct our energy into a healthy current. When the essence of this card is in balance, we express ourselves creatively and sexually without fear or shame. We know what we desire most. Our hearts are at ease and our relationships are meaningful and enduring. We loosen the grip of self judgment and we let the cool waters of forgiveness in to heal our wounds. When the energy of the sea serpent is not yet activated, our emotions and creativity are left in the muddy waters. The current of expression stagnates in some areas of our lives, and in other places it floods. It's important to remember no matter what the waters of our emotional lives look like, the sea serpent loves us just the same. Like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. She supports us as we learn to express our true natures. Okay, and this also made me think of your when you're healing your inner child, be the mother or be the parent um, to your inner child that you didn't have, that your parent wasn't able to be for you at the time. Okay, and then we've got this um, like a mother, she wraps herself around us in a gesture of protection. Okay, it's the star. Yes, yes, beautiful. Okay, and then the cosmic egg. Completion, harmony, the infinite within the finite. The cosmic egg is the final card in the journey of the animal spirit deck, and it represents the unfolding of cosmic consciousness. The state emerges after we have tread the path for quite some time, and through self-effort and grace, we experience self-realization. A sense of commitment, contentment, and oneness spontaneously arises within us, and the veils of our self-limiting beliefs are lifted. When the essence of the cosmic egg has not been activated, we may feel as if we will never get there or that we travel alone, disconnected from others. Even if our encounter with this card is brief, appearing as a momentary glimmer or flash of interconnectedness, its potent energy stays with us. The cosmic egg is a remedy for the fragmentation of modern life. It's through the power of this card that we are reminded of the cosmic contract written at the beginning. We hold on to life, and life holds on to us. The journey is complete, but it does not end. The subtle essence of the cosmic egg resides at the crown chakra at the top of the head, called Sahasrara. One of the aims of yoga and meditation practice is to channel energy from the base of the spine upwards towards Sahasrara. Each of the 6 lower chakras plays an important role along this journey, and once the final epicenter of consciousness is activated, it is said to radiate the light of a million suns. Wowza. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Wow. Wow. Wows. Okay. So yeah, that's the reading. What do you think about that? Okay, so that was the reading for today, and I really hope that there was something in there that is going to move you forward, to activate you, to encourage you, to give you a lift, a hand, inspiration, ignite your passion to keep maintaining your frequency of joy, so that you can um, receive your joy world. Okay. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. See you next time. Bye.